It's not a library, you know.
I was freaking reading that. What about cola cubes?
You're not going to get any cola cubes, now just go, all right? Right, OK, I'll call the police.
Well then.
I mean it, I'm going to call them.
Well then. All right, I'm going.
Oh.
Hey, see you, Janice.
The story begins in July 1983. 12-year-old Shawn Fields, a troubled and lonely boy, wakes up in the modest home he shares with his widowed mother, Cynthia. They live in an unnamed town in the East Midlands at a time when England is going through major social and political shifts. Margaret Thatcher's reforms, Falklands War aftermath, and social tensions fuel youth alienation, sparking the rise of skinhead groups across Britain.
Hey, nice flares, matey.
Shawn himself feels isolated and out of place. He's been banned from the local shop by Mr. Sandhu, an Asian shopkeeper, for reading comic books without buying them. On the last day of the school term, things reach a breaking point. Shawn gets into a physical altercation with a boy named Harvey. Harvey mocks Shawn's outdated bell-bottom trousers and makes a cruel joke about Shawn's father, who died serving in the Falklands War.
Giffy! Wait, two in the front and your fucking dad in the ashtray.
Shawn and Harvey are later summoned to the principal's office for his behavior. On his way home from school, walking alone and dejected, Shawn encounters a small group of young skinheads hanging out under a bridge. The group is led by Richard Woody Woodford, who is noticeably more laid back and approachable than the others. Woody recognizes Shawn's loneliness.
Some lad at school.
What's his name?
I've got one of these for you, Sonny Jim.
And decides to welcome him in. He introduces Shawn to the rest of the gang. Milky, who is the only black member of the group, Pukey, Kez, and Gary Gadget Flowers, an overweight and dim-witted boy with a childish temper. Shawn quickly connects with Woody, who listens to him when he talks about the bullying he faces at school, especially from Harvey. The group lightens the mood by making fun of Harvey's name and joking around, which makes Shawn laugh for the first time in a while. However, the mood shifts when Gadget starts claiming ownership of the spot Shawn has chosen to sit in. He insists it's his seat and pressures Shawn to move. Woody, attempting to be fair, reminds
After bloody move.
Fucking does, it's my seat, come on, get out.
What's he tell him?
Calm down.
It's a free country, you sit there if you want to sit there.
Sit where you want.
everyone that they're free to sit wherever they want. Despite this, Gadget persists, continuing to harass Shawn, who finally grows frustrated and decides to walk away. After arriving home, Shawn talks with Cynthia about what happened at school. Hurt and frustrated, he requests Cynthia to move away and start fresh elsewhere. However, Cynthia stands firm, reminding Shawn that this is their home and they are staying here. Later, Gadget shows up at Shawn's house and invites him out. He mentions that Woody requests to see him again.
Because he feels sorry for what happened the other day. And he just wants to know if you're coming out.
All right, I'll be down in a minute.
Shawn accepts the invitation and joins the group. Together, they head out into the countryside for some harmless fun, which they jokingly refer to as hunting. During their outing, they stumble across an abandoned, boarded-up house. Excited and full of adolescent energy, they decide to break in just for the thrill of it. Inside, they explore the empty, crumbling space with loud laughter and youthful mischief. Amid the chaos, tensions quietly rise as Gadget begins to feel overshadowed. Ever since Shawn joined, Gadget senses that his position in the group has weakened.
Just come out!
They're all favoritism him. I feel like I've gone down in the ranks.
Especially with Woody giving Shawn more attention. Later, Shawn expresses a desire to have Doc Marten boots like the rest of the gang to Cynthia. However, Cynthia reminds him of their financial limits and buys him a cheaper, non-branded pair instead. Shawn is clearly disappointed, but he doesn't argue further.
They look lovely, then try them on.
What's Doc Martens on?
Say Tompkins. Everywhere else say Dr. Martens.
They're lovely.
These
I
ones
love them.
Not long after, Woody and the gang take Shawn to a small, cluttered flat where the group hangs out. There, Lorraine Lal Jenkins offers to shave Shawn's head, giving him the classic skinhead look. As his hair falls to the floor, the group cheers and laughs, excited by the transformation. When the shaving is done, everyone celebrates Shawn's new appearance.
Oh, I'm fucking lying! And he's right there. Thought girls go mad. Amazing.
Acknowledging him as a proper member of the gang. This moment marks a turning point for Shawn. He starts to feel included, and his lifestyle becomes intoxicating. Shaven heads, Doc Martens, Ben Sherman shirts, loud music, and parties. That night, Shawn comes home 2 hours late and visibly changed, now sporting a freshly shaved head. Cynthia becomes visibly shocked and angry. Concerned about the influence of his new friends, she decides to confront them directly the next day. She visits the group and scolds Lowell for shaving Shawn's head without permission.
I did ask him before I did it if he was all right with it.
I just wanted to thank you because he said he's been being bullied and the clothes and stuff. I think he likes them, you know, I don't mind that at all.
Sweet, isn't it? That is so cute.
Smell, a quirky, stylish, bold personality. The two drift away from the party scene to spend some private time together, sharing a quiet moment and their first kiss. Later at a party, the mood takes a sharp turn when the group is unexpectedly confronted. A bald, heavily tattooed man wielding a machete suddenly storms in.
Hello?
Fucking out!
Creating a brief moment of chaos. Just as panic begins to spread, Andrew Combo Gascoigne, a former member of the original Skinhead movement, jumps in and tackles the man. The entire scene turns out to be a staged prank. Combo, who has just been released after serving 3 years in prison,
Fucking hell, look at you!
introduces the machete-wielding man as Banjo, an old associate. Woody, amused, reveals Combo's return to the group. In the days that follow, the group visits Combo, whose charisma initially draws some attention. However, it quickly becomes clear that he harbors extreme dangerous views. Combo begins voicing English nationalist and racist opinions, making harsh claims about immigrants taking jobs.
Do you want to know why, Wood? Yeah. Do you want me to tell you why? You let me abuse him. And what did you do?
And living off benefits while millions of British citizens remain unemployed. His rhetoric immediately creates tension. Woody, Lowell, and Kez become uncomfortable, and Milky is quietly offended by the direction Combo's speech is heading. Combo continues to dominate the discussion and rants about the state of the nation. During his speech, he brings up the Falklands War, stating that British soldiers are dying overseas without purpose. Shawn, whose father died in that very war,
Rocks and little rifles.
Why?
Hey, you're doing wrong. Oh, there, little one.
becomes visibly upset and frustrated. Combo apologizes to him, but quickly seizes the opportunity to emotionally manipulate Shawn. He remarks that unless they stand up and fight for England, his father's sacrifice will have been meaningless. Gradually, Combo's manipulative tactics begin to work.
I can't lie to you. It's a pathetic war, man. And if you don't stand up and fight this fucking fight that's going on the streets, man.
Shawn decides to align himself with Combo. Pukey, who enjoys the aggressive edge of Combo's worldview, also joins, along with Gadget, who has grown resentful of Woody's constant teasing about his weight. Meanwhile, Woody tries to persuade Shawn to stay, but Shawn insists he wants to do something that would make his father proud. With that, the once close-knit group of skinheads is fractured, divided between Woody's laid-back, inclusive circle and Combo's radical, dangerous ideology. Shawn gradually begins to see Combo as a father figure, someone who pays attention to him, acknowledges his pain, and gives him a sense of direction. Shawn begins to feel upset and conflicted after leaving Woody's group. Realizing Shawn's discomfort, Combo attempts to reassure him. He tells Shawn that Woody is different from them, implying that Woody doesn't understand the harsh realities they face. Combo promises he'll speak to Woody himself, trying to ease Shawn's doubts and keep him aligned with the new path he's chosen. Over time, Combo's group grows more involved in far-right ideology. They attend a National Front meeting, where nationalist and racist rhetoric is promoted openly. On the drive back, tension builds. Pukey, increasingly uncomfortable with the ideology, voices his doubts about the hate-fueled politics. Meanwhile, Combo reacts with anger, and he pulls over in a remote stretch of countryside and violently assaults Pukey, hurling homophobic slurs and leaving him behind, abandoned in the countryside. The group continues its descent into more aggressive and criminal behavior. They begin tagging racist slogans across town, targeting minority communities. They intimidate children, vandalize local property, and leave threats on the walls of Asian-owned businesses. Shawn, now completely immersed in Combo's ideology, joins in. At one point, he aggressively confronts Mr. Sandhu, a shopkeeper who had previously banned him, making racist demands for alcohol and cigarettes. Combo escalates the threat, brandishing a machete, before leading the gang to loot the shop as part of a plan to gather supplies for a birthday party. That night, they pay a visit to Woody's old group to attend Smell's birthday celebration. The atmosphere quickly becomes tense. Woody immediately senses that Shawn and the others have changed. Disapproving of their presence, he leads the original gang out. Shawn tries to intervene, visibly shaken, but Woody assures him it's not personal. Afterward, the party continues, and Shawn spends quiet time with Smell, reconnecting briefly in a more innocent space amid the chaos. Later, Combo crosses paths with Lol on her way to work. He asks to speak with her, and despite her reluctance, she gives him a few minutes. In a vulnerable moment, Combo opens up about his feelings, revealing he's been carrying love for her ever since they were intimate years ago. Lol, however, does not feel the same. She gently but firmly rejects him. The rejection cuts deep, and Combo breaks down in tears and frustration. Elsewhere, Shawn brings Smell home to meet his mother, Cynthia. After that, in a misguided attempt to find comfort, Combo purchases cannabis from Milky, the only black member loosely affiliated with the Skinhead Circle, and invites him to the party. Under the influence, Combo and Milky begin to bond. For a brief time, they share laughs and stories. But when Milky speaks about his large, loving family and stable upbringing, Combo's resentment arises again. His envy boils into quiet rage, fed by deep insecurities. In a moment of uncontrolled violence, Combo launches a brutal assault on Milky, beating him unconscious. Banjo restrains Shawn as he tries to intervene, while Meggie stands by, stunned and horrified by the turn of events. Shawn, unable to tolerate the cruelty, defends Milky with words, but instead of listening, Combo throws Shawn out of the flat in a moment of blind rage, slamming the door behind him. When Banjo expresses a desire to also strike Milky, Combo lashes out at him too, savagely beating Banjo and forcing both him and Meggie out of the flat. Left alone with Milky's unconscious body, Combo is hit with the weight of his actions. Overcome with guilt and shock, he collapses into tears beside Milky, realizing the horror he has just committed. Later, Combo and Shawn bring Milky to a nearby hospital. Some time passes, and we see Shawn sits alone in his bedroom, reflecting on the recent events and staring at a photo of his late father. His mother, Cynthia, tries to comfort him, gently assuring him that Milky will survive. In the closing moments, Shawn walks along the beach, lost in thought. He carries the English flag, a gift from Combo, once a symbol of his misguided loyalty. Now recognizing what it has come to represent, Shawn throws the flag into the sea. It's a quiet, personal act of defiance, a symbolic farewell to the hateful ideology he once embraced, and a tribute to his father's memory and the true values Shawn believes England should stand for.